One of the more important things as we go through life is the realization that all of us are, and I do mean all of us, have the capacity of making mistakes. And today is the first day of Lent after Ash Wednesday. And in the Christian traditions, we accept and understand that we are not perfect. We're not always right. We're not always on the ball, so to speak. We continually make mistakes, make errors, and hurt people. Often we hurt ourselves. Often we lose the plot, lose why we set out in the beginning to do good and end up not doing quite so good. In philosophy, and I would, from my background in pure philosophy, we understand and examine the diametrics, the parameters of the human condition. And one of the most challenging experiences that we have is our capacity, which never ceases to amaze me, of failing, of not doing as well as we might. And from the very beginning of our lives to the very end of our lives, we experience this failure, this inability to get things always correct. In 2018, we see a very, very torn world full of conflict, injustice, cruelty to children, cruelty to each other, and we see a world very, very profoundly wounded and damaged. And one of the great challenges that we face together in the human family is to discover ways in which we can bring healing. The world is full of heroes. The world is full of kindness. The world is effuse with joy. And the residue of that goodness in every denomination and belief system, in every non-belief system, showers down on us hope and compassion. It is this hope and this compassion that gives us wealth. Not riches, but wealth. It is my hope that we begin to see through the accidental philosopher in us all the power of that hope, the power of that wonder in being kind. Many years ago, a friend of mine asked me a question, and the question was, how would you like to be remembered? And I replied, he was kind. There are many people in this world who are not kind. There are many people in this world who are intolerant, judgmental, and I think if we can bring through our own lives, no matter how humble the act, if we can bring a little bit of joy, a little bit of kindness, a little bit of compassion, then we will change the world. It is inevitable that every single one of us will leave this world. How we leave it is up to each one of us. And my hope for each of us is that today and every day we bring a little bit of compassion, we bring a little bit of gentleness, we bring a little bit of kindness into a world that surely needs it. And that, my friends, is the purpose of why we are here. God made us to know Him and to love Him and to serve Him in this world and to be happy with Him in eternity. And that is what matters. Kindness. And my prayer for you is that kindness. My prayer for you is that wonderment, that delight, that magic, that together we can be a little bit kinder, a little bit more of the goodness we want to see in the world, in a torn world. And I ask you to keep this at the front of your day, the front of your morning, and the last thing you think of in the evening. Kindness. Always be kind. And each one of us can learn from that, because none of us has the monopoly on truth, and none of us has the secret of kindness, because the secret of kindness exists in the moment, not in the theory. Remember me as sharing with you that very powerful and simple message of being kind. Amen.